asking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they, cause you be in your zone when you in it.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They go play action now. Jackson looking deep here for Flowers. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
It's Eckler again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The Chargers at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On second down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Go. Go.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Ready.
On first down, it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go.
Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Trenton Simpson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to Palmer. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
On third down, here's Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. but the worst thing
And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Breaks through the contact. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 89 yards. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Chargers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go, let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
5-9. Hey, go Lion.
On first down, Justin Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Again, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. A good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
It's third and
Home trip right. Ready.
Herbert now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Well, trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. There he goes again. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposite.
There he goes left side. And out across midfield down to the 45.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
21.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's complete. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about
Odell Beckham Jr. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go, let's go.
Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
5-9, 5-9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
21. Crowd right. Let's go.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Hey, Ram. Baylor Tiger. Why did they not?
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Now a give running left is Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he will have the 1st down. And even with the 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. On second down, Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.